Hey guys, what's going on? Alexander here, High Winds EDC. Please forgive the mess in the back. Just kind of going through some stuff, all this garbage. But anyways, I have a full review for you guys. Sorry it's taken me so long to do this. Life's just getting caught up with us. So we have a newborn. We had to go out of town. And just a whole lot of stuff. So I'm trying to keep up with, Instagram, YouTube, but something's got to be put on pause with the newborn in the house, and it is the knife reviews and stuff like that. But I did want to go over this knife because I did tease it a little bit a while ago. I can't even tell you how many weeks ago it was, but it is the Esee Knives E3. This one is in micarta. It is in a high carbon 1095 steel. And so yeah, I want to be able to put out a full review of this. You can tell I have been using it. When I got it, it was used. A friend of mine, Anthony, from work, is letting me use this knife for review, which I really appreciate. Anthony, huge shout out to you, man. Thank you very much for letting me carry it this whole time. I did kind of overextend or overstay my review period, so again, I appreciate that. Yeah, so let's get into it. The SC3, I really like this knife. In fact, it's given me a large appreciation for the Esee knives. I've seen knives like the Esee Azula being used a lot, and that's great. The Esee Azula is a nice looking knife, but not really for me. If anything, I like the Bradford Guardian 3 better, the look of the Bradford Guardian 3 than the Azula, or the Esee Azula 2, whatever it's going by. But this one has given me an appreciation for a large work knife to carry regularly to work. I really like this knife for that purpose. With Esee's lifetime warranty, you're getting a great warranty. I mean, you're pretty much do anything you want to the knife, no questions asked. They will send you a new one or fix the one that you have, which is really great because Esee stands by their products. Now, an American-made knife that you can have a great warranty on can be few and far between. A lot of custom knives, your warranty is backed by the custom knife maker, him or herself. I don't know, there might be a female knife maker out there somewhere that I don't know about. But that warranty is backed by that person. So you have a large company like Esee, like Bradford, like Benchmade is another American company that their warranty is really good. So if they can't fix it, they will replace it, which is awesome. And you have that assurance with this. Now, this knife is a great work knife. It's a great utility knife, and what can be said about the SC3 that hasn't already been said? It's tough. It's got great ergonomics. It's got multiple variations. You can find some in S35VN steel if the high carbon steel is not for you. Like I said, different color combinations. They have coyote tans, they have lime greens, they have neon orange. Take your pick. If you're a hunter and you need the brighter fluorescent colors while you're out in the wilderness, great. If you're like me, who's a little bit more of I work on the highways now I work on highways. I work on outdoor landscaping. I work outdoor curbing now, landscape curbing. This is a great knife to have with you to cut through some tree roots. This is a great knife to cut through small pieces of irrigation if that's your thing. It's also good to have as a good beater, a good backup beater knife. And I say backup with intentionality because I'll tell you how I've been carrying this knife. It is not, even though it's the larger knife that I carry, it's not the primary knife that I'll carry. So let's give you an example. Get you guys down here, sorry. Go this way, kind of. So here we are. Sorry, mind these chairs. What I would do, right now I have a knife on my belt, which is my Pinion Knives Custom Apache, which is good. Or I will have, every now and then, let's just use this Demco 20.5. This will be my primary knife because it's in my right hand carry. It's in my right front pocket, so it's good to go. You just go, boom, there you are. Now with this, I use it as a secondary because it's actually positioned to my offhand, my left hand, and it's right here, so I can go and deploy it, and then I can cut with my offhand. Now that's just how I've been carrying it. That's how it was given to me. That's the sheath positioning that it was given to me in. So it's on my offhand. Now I love carrying on my offhand now. because of the SE3. And I'll tell you why. When my friend gave me this knife to review, he said, I don't like the sheath. I wish it had a better sheath. I carry it and it just comes out like the retention on the clip wasn't that great. He just didn't like how it carried. I think because it was a vertical carry, it rides super high with the handle. But this sheath made me fall in love with the SE3. It made me really grow and appreciate the SE3 because, for one, it does ride high. Now, if you're a person who goes to church regularly, or if you're a person who goes to work and I have to bump shoulders with directors, I have to bump shoulders with HR personnel, administrative type people. So I work on the road, but part of my job is also kind of working with the front office people, if you would. So when I'm wearing my uniform, I'll show you again. I can just carry it and wear my uniform shirt over like this, and you don't see that I have a large fixed blade. But when I'm out in the field, I can just leave it like that. The guys that I work with, they're not gonna care. Other crews that we have to do work with, they don't care that I have a large fixed blade, and it's there when you need it, which is really good. And it's a good size fixed blade. It's bigger than your primary knife. Sorry, the Demco 8020.5. It's bigger than this, so you could use it for harder tasks. We have to cut out bridge joints in my job. So every bridge has some sort of joint to make sure that it goes back and forth, and sometimes you have to cut that out. This is great because if I use it as a secondary, if I use it as a beater, then it can be used for that, and I can safely put it into a joint and cut away the sealant material, the joint compound material, no problem. And then not only that, it does have a pommel on this side, or an attitude adjuster if you would, if you ever needed to just hit something or somebody with it. You'd be good because you're locked in up here, and you're not gonna slide off of it. It's got really great ergonomics, which I mentioned earlier. I do love the micarta scales on this one. They're very thin, like they're bulky, they're wide, but they're also thin because like I think they come to a nice contour on the edges, and then they're just flat, and they're flat with the hardware that's there that are holding it together, which is a couple I guess, I don't know, it's an Allen of some sort. It's an Allen key, maybe like, I don't know, 3/16, I couldn't tell you, I don't know. But yeah, it's really good. And the micarta is really nice because when it gets wet, it does give you that extra grip. Not only that, but the blade finish is also good. It's made for work. You don't have to worry about it. It'll start wearing out. It's wearing out here at the tip, as you can see right there. Sorry, I'm trying to, you can see it's wearing out right there at the tip. Same thing on the other side. Just, it wears in nicely as well. And so I'll go back to carrying. This sheath is really nice because as long as you keep your finger on this angle right here that I'm going to call the thumb ramp. I don't know if it was designed to be a thumb ramp, but I'm going to call it that. You could just pop it out and then pull out the knife, and that's great. You just kind of have to get used to that, because otherwise it will pull straight out, because this clip, it is a little loose. It is a little flimsy, and that's okay, because I think as long as you just do that properly, you're fine. You're gonna be able to deploy the knife 100% of the time without bringing the sheath out, because once you get past that initial click, the knife is free. Like, look, I mean, it just falls right out. So that's really good, and I really like it. And it does ride super high up on your waist, so that you can conceal it a lot better. And again, it being in the offhand position, the left-handed position, I just really like it now. I like having a knife on my offhand, because I can have a folder on my right pocket, and it's great. Or I can have another fixed blade on my right, in my right pocket. This is a smaller fixed blade. Sorry. And I like the Esee as well, because it gives me a little bit of confidence, especially when I'm walking home alone at night from church or whatever the case may be. I got a good size fixed blade, so if I ever needed to, I could use it in a self-defense situation. Like I said, there's that pommel. It's a nice big blade. It could be used for a self-defense situation, and that's okay. That's another reason why we do carry knives sometimes. It's not the primary use, but it is a use nonetheless. And then you can also carry like a smaller fixed blade in your right pocket. Like I said, I'm carrying one on my belt, so this will be my non-intimidating knife that I need to use, and this will be a work knife. And you can carry it to church if you so desire, and you can conceal it easily. Now, I do recommend concealing a knife at church just for your own sake, unless of course it's a case slip joint, whatever. Let's see, we can do some size comparisons next too. Like, look, here I am. I'm pulling the knife out, and it came out, but so did the sheath. The sheath came out like a little bit, but barely hung on. So probably my muffin top that kept the sheath in place. So here it is next to the Bradford Guardian 3, which I will be reviewing this knife here after a while as well. The G10 on this one is okay. I think I would have preferred the 3D micarta. 3D micarta. Let's do a size comparison next to a, hey, you guys might have one of these. This is your typical gas station spider knife. Not a spider cone, but a spider knife. There it is, kind of like that. This is a snake eye knife with full serrations and all that jazz. When you become a knife guy in your family, these are the kind of gifts that you get as a knife person, as somebody who likes knives. So I've got a few of these lying around. I got a couple in a backpack. They're just, they are what they are. Let's do it up against maybe a fastback Milwaukee with the interchangeable razor blades. This is new. I got this from work. This was provided to me by my job, which I really appreciate. So I'll be reviewing this in time as well. I don't know. Can I do that? Can I review it if work gave it to me? Here it is next to a SOG Power Pint. So this thing is really cool. Huge shout out to my friend Josh who gave this to me again. He subscribes to the channel. He subscribes to my Instagram, and he saw my review of this guy right here, the Rocktall ST02. He saw my review of this and said, "Hey man, I got a what is that? The SOG Power Pint that you could also review yours." And so huge shout out to him. Appreciate that. It's that kind of stuff that helps the channel going whenever I'm not busy. Let's put it up against a here's a tactile turn mini side click in bronze. So there's that. Let's do it up against I showed you the 20.5. Here it is up against a native 5. There you go. There you go. Let me see. Here it is against a deployed Swiss Army knife. This is a tinker-sized Swiss Army knife, but this one has titanium scales, so there's that. And if the sheath isn't good for you guys, the one that comes stock with this Esee, there are many sheath makers. I don't have mine on hand, but at Oak City Leather, they do the pocket sheaths and stuff like that. So, you know, the thing about this knife is that there's already so much out there on the secondary market for it. Things like sheaths, maybe even some scales, other accoutrements that could go with this knife. And it's a good knife. I really like it. I didn't think I would. I think I had a posh mindset about the Esee knives. Maybe not that I was too good for it, but maybe that like, no, I don't like that. That's not what I want. But the Esee 3 has completely changed my mind on Esee knives, and I really like it. It makes me I am actively this is gonna sound so weird, I'm actively looking for a fixed blade in the 3.6 inch, I think it's 3.6, 3.8, can't quite remember, blade size. And so now I'm actively looking for one, and guess what, all I can find are other Esee 3s. And so it's kind of like, all right, Alex, are you gonna bite the bullet, or are you going to just try to get something else? I've been looking for other fixed blades to use as my secondary offhand carry. So yeah, there it is with that. I really like it. I really appreciate my friend Anthony for letting me check it out for so long. I'm sorry I overstayed my welcome on it, but I'll get this back to you. I'll get it cleaned up, get it sharpened up. And that's another thing. I sharpened this knife on my field sharpener. Super easy to bring back to life. I love it. Put a good working edge on it. It'll ride for like 2 weeks of use, and then you got to put another edge on it again, or whatever the case may be. Super easy knife to sharpen. I really appreciate it. My buddy Anthony, who I work with, he has a Benchmade, and he'll like, hey man, can I use your sharpener? Oh, yeah man, of course. So he'll either use my field sharpener, or I keep my my flat stone work sharp. I can't remember which one it's called, but it's got like the angles on it. I keep that one at work for whenever I need to sharpen a knife as well. So yeah, this SE3 really surprised me, to say the least. That's my conclusion on this review, is that the SE3 certainly surprised me. It won me over, and I'm currently just kind of looking for one in a similar fashion, because I like how it rides. I like the sheath. I like how high it rides. I do like vertical carry now, which I never did. Usually, I'll even show you guys. I'll carry a knife. I actually, this is another knife. It's called a Fred Pirin Bowie Mini. This is a good knife right here, designed by Fred Pirin over in France. And I got this knife, and I always scout carried it. I had some straps that go over this way, modified for it, and I would carry it, scout carry like this. But ever since the SE3, I have fallen in love with vertical carry, riding high on my hip, because this is how much usually will be showing underneath a t-shirt, you know, like, and that's if you're moving around or whatever. So I have switched all of my fixed blades that have a Kydex sheath to the vertical carry style. This is the same on this Bradford. I switched this over, and now I ride it vertical carry. It's really nice. I like it. I didn't think I would. I was always a scout carry person, or a cross draw person, but no, vertical carry is the way for me. I think what turned me on to that was a video that I saw of Jeremy Sayers. He has a Winkler Knives, and Winkler Knives has a leather sheath, but it clips vertically. It's like a Kydex leather combination. You've probably seen it. And that's what kind of the SE3, and then that video of Jeremy Sayers carrying his Winkler knife really got me to start supporting vertical carries. So there is all of that. Those are my ideas, thoughts. If you guys have any questions about the SE3, I will do my best to answer them. You can check them out. They're available everywhere still. They're not a super knife that just like drops and sells out and drops and sells out, but super good knife. I really like the SE3. I like carrying it for work, and I like carrying it for church as a concealable knife, especially in the vertical style. Sorry, I can't say that enough. Really surprised me how much how I like the vertical carry, and it's all because of how high it rides. The sheath does. You can take this block off, take it off, and mount it to the other side to get a standard strong side carry, but I mean, I'm not going to. It wasn't given to me like that, but I was given permission to, but I'm fine. I didn't want to switch it all over. As I was carrying it, I would carry it to work with my friend Anthony, and he looked at me one day and he was like, you know, you're starting to make me realize that I underappreciated the SE3. And I said, man, it's a great freaking knife, man. It's awesome. You can beat it up. You can really put it to work. It begs to be worked. It begs to be used. It's got everything that you would need. Micarta scales, strong full tank fixed blade, 3.6 inch blade, cutting edge. It's got a finger choil. It's freaking awesome. It's got a forward finger choil too, so you can really get a nice purchase on it. You could use it for batoning through smaller increments of wood and billets. It'd probably be a good feather sticker. I didn't personally use it for that. I used it for outdoor work and for road on the highway. So yeah, really good knife. I really like it. I can hey, sorry I cut out there at the end. My phone ran out of storage right as I was wrapping it up, but like I was saying, I can fully endorse this knife. Coming from Alexander Lucio, small town West Texas boy, I like it. I like it a lot. So I hope you guys appreciate this video. Huge shout out to Anthony. Thank you for letting me watch this, guys. May the Lord be with you and bring you peace. Love you guys. Bye now.